Good day, guys. You guys might be wondering why I'm wearing these glasses, and that's because it's April, or almost the end of April, which means that in the Netherlands it's almost time for Kingsday. But what is Kingsday? Well, I'm glad you asked. The biggest holiday in the Netherlands is called Kingsday. Kingsday is a national holiday where we all together wear orange clothing and celebrate our king's birthday. We will come to what we do in a second. Since 1885, while the Netherlands only had female monarchs, or queens, or however you want to call it, this holiday was called Queensday instead of Kingsday. Obviously because, we only had queens. However, in 2013, Queen Beatrix's son Willem-Alexander got crowned King of the Netherlands. And having a Queen's Day while you have a king was kinda weird, so they decided to call it King's Day instead. While we still had Queen's Day, we celebrated on April 30th, but since we have King's Day and his birthday is on April 27th, we now do celebrate it on the 27th. A few of the King's Day traditions you can find in pretty much any city or village are an open-air flea or free market, how we call it. Things like street carnivals where streets get dressed up in orange and red, white and blue. And also things like singing and dancing in the streets and all kinds of performances. Every year the monarchs, or the king in this case, goes to one city and visits all the activities there. Also, for people the slightly younger generation, there's lots of festivals you can buy tickets for with the best DJs in the world, because there's a lot of good Dutch DJs. Or even just in the streets or some cafes where people put a lot of effort into King's Day as well. Usually you can buy a glass of Heineken or Amstel, which are, Dutch beers, in the streets for like 1.50 to €2, maybe 2.50, which is, not very cheap, but then again, it's not very expensive either. Another good thing besides beer and music in the streets is that you can get lots and lots of different kinds of food. Ranging from Indonesian food, Thai food, Turkish food, all kinds of food you can imagine. Even some Dutch foods, even though you would expect, more Dutch foods to be sold because, it's King's Day. Another tradition about King's Day is called King's Night, which is the night before King's Day actually happens. Lots of special King's Day parties are being organized by all kinds of clubs and pubs all around the Netherlands. And if you are a party animal, that's definitely the place to be the night before King's Day. Sometimes the parties even stop in the evening and only end the evening on King's Day, which means it's a 24-hour party. Also, in the beginning I mentioned the free market, remember? A free market is a type of idea where pretty much everybody can just go out on the streets, lay down a blanket or put down a table, and it's basically just a big garage sale. You can sell everything in your house that you pretty much don't need anymore, and you might even help somebody out who needs, stuff. In some villages or cities there are specific places to do this, but if you're already living somewhere in the center, you can usually just go out on the street, like right in front of your house on the porch, and start your own flea market shop or free market shop. If you plan on visiting on King's Day, I definitely recommend you checking all the stuff out I mentioned before, but there's one specific thing that you can pretty much only see in Amsterdam. Then again, if you come visit for King's Day, you're probably gonna be in Amsterdam anyway. Amsterdam has lots of canals and people tend to take advantage of that on King's Day. And in my opinion, that's definitely a good thing because there's some crazy parties going on boats. Some canals are even so flooded with boats that the boats cannot go anywhere, it's just stacked with people on top of the boats. Like the street parties, there's music, there's alcohol, there's beer, there's lots of festivities, there's a good vibe. And there is also a special parade which usually takes place on the Prinsengracht. If you search on the internet, you can find practical info on King's Day, on the boat parade, on where the free markets are and where the festivals are, so definitely do that if you plan on visiting. And yeah, that was kind of my introduction to King's Day for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and let me know what you thought about it in the comment section down below. If you have any suggestions, you can leave them down there as well. Check out my Twitter and Instagram to see what my King's Day experience will be like. I'm also gonna make another video about King's Day, which will be up shortly, or on King's Day itself, I guess. Also, it would be great if you guys subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I hope to see you guys all next time. Annyeong!